Have you ever wondered how a cartoon that started in the 80s keeps getting the future right? From technology we use every day to massive corporate deals, The Simpsons seems to have a crystal ball. So how do they do it? Is it a coincidence or something more? Let's dive in and explore some of their most shocking predictions that actually came true. It all starts back in 1995 in an episode called Lisa's Wedding. This episode was set in the futuristic world of 2010, and it was packed with predictions. First up, smart devices. The characters were shown talking into wrist communicators, a concept that seemed like pure science fiction at the time. Fast forward a couple of decades, and what are we all wearing? Smartwatches. From Apple to Samsung, these gadgets are now a normal part of our daily lives, letting us make calls, send texts, and track our fitness, all from our wrists. It's amazing to think The Simpsons imagined this long before it became a reality. But that's not all from that same episode. Lisa's Wedding also showcased video calls. Lisa was seen chatting with Marge face-to-face through a screen, something that was incredibly rare in 1995. The internet was still in its infancy for most people, and the idea of live video communication felt like something out of Star Trek. Now platforms like Zoom, FaceTime, and Google Meet are essential. We use them for work, for school, and to connect with loved ones across the globe. The Simpsons didn't just predict the technology, they predicted how integrated it would become in our lives. Let's switch gears from tech to the world of business. In a 1998 episode, a very quick blink and you'll miss it gag appeared. It was a shot of the 20th Century Fox studio sign, but with a small line underneath that read, "A division of Walt Disney Co." At the time, it was just a funny joke about corporate consolidation. Nobody thought it would actually happen. But then, in 2019, more than 2 decades later, Disney completed its acquisition of 21st Century Fox in a multi-billion-dollar deal. The throwaway joke suddenly became a startlingly accurate prediction of one of the biggest media mergers in history. How on earth did they call that one? The show's predictive power isn't just in the past, it's still happening. Take a look at an episode from 2013, which touched on the future of food. It featured lab-grown food and advanced, almost futuristic farming techniques. This might have seemed far-fetched a decade ago, but as we look towards 2025 and beyond, this is becoming our reality. Companies are now developing lab-grown meat, and vertical farming is transforming how we produce crops in urban environments. The Simpsons once again took a futuristic concept and showed it to us years before it started making headlines. It really makes you wonder what else they've hinted at that we just haven't seen come to fruition yet. So what does The Simpsons predict for our near future? Newer episodes have dropped hints about some pretty mind-blowing concepts. We're talking about entire cities that operate with self-driving vehicles, personal AI assistants that are way more advanced than what we have now, and even the normalization of space vacations for ordinary people. These ideas might sound like pure fantasy today, but if the show's track record is anything to go by, we might be living in that world sooner than we think. Perhaps the writers aren't just predicting the future. Maybe their wild, imaginative ideas are actually inspiring the scientists and innovators who are building it. It's a fascinating thought, isn't it? The line between fiction and reality can be blurrier than we imagine. So what's the verdict? Are the writers of The Simpsons time travelers, psychics, or just incredibly lucky guessers? The most logical explanation is that the show has a massive team of brilliant, well-read writers who are deeply in tune with societal trends, scientific advancements, and cultural shifts. By exaggerating current events for comedic effect, they inadvertently create scenarios that end up becoming real. They aren't predicting the future so much as they are making incredibly educated guesses. What do you think? Are these just lucky coincidences, or is there something else going on behind the scenes in Springfield? Let me know your theories down in the comments below. Either way, The Simpsons has proven time and again that sometimes the future might just start with a really good joke. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this trip down the rabbit hole, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you don't miss our next video. See you next time.